What is up, savages? Let's get after it. What is going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to the RandomCoin Mining Show, where we take a random coin. We pick a random coin from a list of 100 plus GPU mineable coins, and we try to mine it in half an hour. So we stop at 10 o'clock because that's whenever BrandonCoin goes live. So we basically just try to get it done within that half an hour. So that's basically the premise of the show. Last night we did Bitcore, and I want to say that we were successfully mining it, but I had that weird problem with HiveOS where everything just disappeared. I ended up having to you know, put the USB drive back in my machine and copy the rig.conf file back to the USB for each rig that I wanted to add, and then come to find out, once I did all that, then I had duplicates because it came back up and started working right. I don't know. It was a weird night. Like, I had the problem with the computer crashing again, and then that happened with actually mining. It was a weird night, and I wanted it to be good because, you know, Bitcore is a kind of an interesting project. I was hoping to just, you know, press right on through that and do and get it done really well, you know. But what's up, Shuby? So tonight I wanted to show you something real quick because this was kind of cool that that I noticed this. But I've been switching back and forth. Let me switch back over here. I've been switching back and forth between the Brave browser and Google Chrome for a while, just getting the feel for a Brave browser. But something I noticed, like, actually it jumped out at me like huge today, and I know that they basically tout themselves as not having ads and, you know, ad free and stuff like that. One thing is, I noticed obviously in YouTube there's ads all over the place in Google Chrome. If you run YouTube in there, then your videos have the ads. There's ads on the side, you know, stuff like that. So but not in Brave browser. But I wanted to show you, just in case anyone was wondering, the difference between what it looks like with ads and without ads between Brave and Google. This is a good or Chrome. This is a good example here. So this is Brave browser. I'm not shilling Brave browser by any chance. This is just me just talking. Just something I noticed. And this is the same page in Chrome. So Chrome, Brave browser. I just thought that just jumped out at me like, wow, it's so clean looking, you know. Anyway, okay, so now I'm off of that. Let's go ahead and get into the task proper here. Yeah, last night we did Bitcore, but basically what I do is, in order to pick a coin that we might not be able to mine due to various reasons, you know, I pre-record. Like, there's a lot of different reasons that you won't be able to end up on a coin, or you won't end up on a coin that you will actually be able to mine, and I don't really want to do that. I want to spend the time actually you know, researching a coin, or at least showing you how to research a coin to actually mine it. And I can show you today, there were two. I went through the process twice, and there were, I think I'm probably going to give it away. Yeah, I did. But there were two coins that I went all the way through all the process of mining, only to find out that it was either a dead project that hasn't been messed with, and I can't remember which one was which, but I know that neither one of these were any good. They both were extremely dead projects from what I could tell. One, I think, was in some type of upheaval about, and I'm referring to the ones in red, by the way. They were some type of thing going on with the developers or something. I don't know. But anyway, it's just, I'm just trying to prove the point that if we were to just randomly pick one of the 100+ coins, then we might end up with that problem. And in this case, we would have done it twice, 2 in a row that we wouldn't have been able to mine. So that show would have been like completely out the window. All right. So having said my piece, I pre-record that part. I pre-record the randomization part because of that right there. And so I will go ahead and play that video now so that you can see what we landed on. And there should be no question because it was basically in the thumbnail for the video. But it's a good one. I like it. So we landed on Karbo, which is a Cryptonite algorithm coin, which is super cool. You know, I like Cryptonite. And this one's actually pretty good because it actually has, it's on CoinMarketCap, it's on WHATTOMINE. You know what, I didn't notice if it was actually listed or active. I mean, it is listed, but I don't know if it was active on WHATTOMINE. Probably is. I think I've seen it on there as one of the profitable coins from time to time. So, not bad. And again, just going through the motions of, you know, collecting the information required to actually mine it. And whenever I end up on one that is actually on CoinMarketCap, I usually just go to those links for their webpage that are on CoinMarketCap, their webpage and the BitCoinTalk thread, because it's super simple. They're right there. I just right click on them and choose open in a new tab, and then off we go. So super easy. Yeah, and this one's been around a while, since 2016. Kind of cool. I want to say that they were doing, it's almost like a stable coin. Hey, what's up, Yashnik? It's like a stable coin, a Cryptonite stable coin is basically what they are advertised as. Don't know much more about it than that. But it is, you know, like I said, it is on CoinMarketCap, so, you know, maybe someday it'll moon. I'm just trying to find I wanted to find a address that we could use to mine to temporarily, you know, just for this exercise. And right there I found one that was actually a donation address, which is cool. Don't know if they'll get anything out of a few seconds of hash power, but whatever. I said seconds, a few minutes. Normally I leave it running for a few minutes. Still just collecting the info. And we'll be using what I thought about doing tonight, actually, because it is a Cryptonite coin. What I could do if we have time, I will actually go and do the exercise in HiveOS and Simple Mining. So we might be able to hit both of them. And if it's an ASIC coin, I mean, the normal Cryptonite is mineable with ASICs, so I guess so. I think that's the way it works anyway. And Shubi, I do have my door open and it's cool in here, but I don't know if y'all can see that. Well, whenever I put my desktop back up there, you'll be able to see I've got temperature monitors for my CPUs, and they are hitting up around 70 Celsius. I was kind of keeping an eye on that last night, and I want to say that they were in the high 70s is whenever it actually crashed. So we'll see what happens. Alright, so let me bring up the desktop again here. And again, these are the ones that we're not doing. This is the one that we are doing. Let's see here. Alright, so Yeah, let's try it with HiveOS first. Well, let me go to what to mine real quick, because you were asking about the ASICs. It is active, so that's good. So what we could do, how can we find out? Let's see if we. This is a AMD rig, so I don't know if it'll be listed on here. I know that they have I just wanted to run through these real quick and see. See if you go to ASIC, I don't know. Yeah, see Cryptonight. So let's see, we were hitting, I don't know, let's see if it even shows up anything. Let's see if it shows up on here. Yeah, there it is right there. So yeah, they do have it over on the ASICs tab, but it all depends on your hash power too. I'm not an ASIC guy at all. I don't know what the Cryptonite ASICs, what kind of hash rate they get, but yeah. So like if you, I tell you what, let's start mining it, and then we'll come back here and we'll put in our hash rate, because you can mine it with GPUs apparently. You're probably just not going to be very profitable. Actually, we can check this super fast too. If we go to Profitbot Pro, whoops, what's that thing doing? There we go. Go to name. Descending sounds good, I guess. Hopefully we'll be able to find it pretty quick. Wow, either my computer is super slow, or let's see here, K. There it is right there. So it wouldn't be on here. It wouldn't be on Profitbot Pro if it wasn't mineable with GPUs. So we'll just leave this up too, and then hopefully you guys can remind me to go back to it. All right, so I'm back to mining Beam. I think they've got the wallet thing squared away, so I switched back over to that. And what's funny is, I don't know if y'all have been keeping up with this, but Gminer, which is also used for Aeon, but they are coming out with a new version, a 0.1 something, about every hour. It seems like they are just literally, I think they had 2 versions today. They're up to 1.18. 1.18. So Simple Mining is trying to keep up with it. It's not in HiveOS yet. It's the highest in HiveOS is 1.15. So so anyway, okay. So let's get to the task here. So we're going to start with flight sheets. Remember, you don't have to worry about going to the wallet because you can actually create it here. So I'm going to type in, was it KRB? Is that the ticker? Yeah, KRB. And then we'll add a wallet. We'll have to go and get our address again. And remember, this was that donation address that was on the BitCoinTalk thread. I do live by an airport, so you hear the helicopter out there. Alright, and then we'll give it a name, KRB YouTube, like that. The pool, it's going to have a few of them in here. This is what I was going to say. I know I grabbed a pool. I think I used, yeah, miner.rocks. But we'll try one of these just to see, since it's in here already. Hash vault. Alright, and we will use, oh, that's funny, they don't have XMRig AMD listed up here, only XMR stack, but they do have XMRig AMD. That's funny. Why would they not list it? Don't know why they wouldn't list it. Okay, so we will leave it like that. We're going to give it a name, KRB YouTube. Alright, create flight sheet. No, the given data was invalid to the miner config. Oh, yeah, I didn't even, good grease. I'm trying to rush. I didn't even go in here. All right, we will try this one. Variables. We'll try to use the variables. We'll see what happens. What I noticed earlier today, whenever I was messing with the Gminer stuff, is if you have, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's just a quirk or what, glitch or something, but if you leave it as the latest, it wasn't loading the latest version of Gminer. It was loading like 1.14, whenever 1.15 was the latest that was in HiveOS. So I don't know how that works, but I'll leave it as the latest for here. And then we are just going to see if this works right off the bat. So we're going to go to our AMD rig. Oh yeah, I didn't even show you the hardware that we're using. This is the hardware that we're using tonight. And we're doing AMD rig because it's a Cryptonite coin. So you know, AMD's a little bit better at doing Cryptonite. Alright, so that's the hardware. So go back to workers. We're going to choose Scarif. That's the AMD rig. The flight sheets are in the little rocket icon here. And then we're going to choose KRB. And then apply. And then you should see it reboot back here. That is the rig. I think that's the rig that's hooked up. Yeah, it is. I won't be able to show you here because I still haven't got that fixed. I should have just re-imaged a new HiveOS to that USB whenever I was messing around, but I really wanted to get to the point of what was wrong with it last night, so I just skipped over that part. And you know, I've already shown y'all before that the remote stuff in here does not work for any of it. I can't get any of the remote stuff to work inside of HiveOS. Okay, it says, I don't know what it's doing. Huh. I don't know what it's doing. The miner's not running yet, so it might be, maybe it's downloading it. This thing can take a while sometimes. Alright, there we go. So it says, new job. I do want to see an accepted share though, before we call it good. There we go. Boom. Accepted. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. You probably can. Maybe right there. It says accepted. I'll get these remote things worked out a little bit. Hopefully soon. So I can just bring it up and show you. I think I might be able to, if I go into the rig here, I think it'll show you. Oh, this is a crash. Let's see here. It's still doing the OC on it, but you can see right here, Cryptonite version 8, 10K. So that's what it's, yeah, and that's what it says up there, 10.1, 10.18. So let's go to back to ProfitBot Pro, and we can go up here to throw in. I think we have to put in 10,100. I think you have to kind of round up or down, whatever. And we'll go by name. Okay, that's good. Calculate. So now we'll go back to the K's for Karbo. If I miss it, yell at me. There it is. So at 10K, it looks like we would get 9 cents a day. Not great. So again, this is, you know, like Bit9K said, this is on ASICs. So you know, you'd have to go and find out what the ASICs are actually getting as far as hash rate go. Obviously, it's probably pretty good if they're only getting 9 cents a day for a 12 GPU AMD rig. You know, that's not very much. So let's go back into here, and we will get all these off of here. We'll put, so see, it defaults to 70K, and we're only getting 10K. That kind of tells me right there that the ASICs for Cryptonite are pretty strong. And this is pretty much right on. That's what Profit by Pro said. It said 9 cents, so pretty close. So there you go. Okay, so now we have a little bit of time. Let's go to simple mining, and we will go ahead and do it over here as well. So let's go to group config, add a group, and we'll use XMR. Let's see, we used XMRig AMD over there as well. So we'll use it. Let's use XMR stack just for the heck of it. 9.1 is good. Just like that. And we'll give it, what was it? KRB CN Cryptonite, and then we'll do AMD, and then YouTube. Alright. So I think we have to go like this. I think we have to put Cryptonite in here. Now we need a pool and a port, so we can probably just go and use the ones that we documented. We'll do that. And then we'll get the address. Put the space back in there. And I don't think this one, XMR stack, it doesn't need the algo, and I don't think so. I think that that's XMRig that needs all that stuff. So this might actually be good right here. Let me zoom up on that. That's pretty much all I got. And I think that's what we need to put Cryptonite in there. I think that's right. We're gonna find out. Alright, so then we're gonna click add group. And then we're going to go to rig list. We can just choose either one. I feel more comfortable. Dagobah is kind of a, it uses the gigabyte RS. I think I mentioned this before, and I think I've done it on a live stream, where if it reboots and the fan stop for some reason, or for whatever reason, the fan, there's something going on with the fan and how it logically reads whether or not the fan is on or not whenever it's connected to the H110 Pro BTC Plus ASRock. Because if the fan stop light is on, then it's not going to boot up with that GPU. So that GPU, whichever one it's lit, and it's completely random. It'll be 2 one time, and then the other time it'll be 3 in various places, and then the next time you boot it, it'll be 1 on the end. It's a pain. So so we will go ahead and choose Mustafar. And that's the one that has the ASRock. You can see right here the ASRock Phantom Gaming ones. It's somewhat reliable, although that PSU down there for the server PSU it runs really loud all the time. So I'm pushing it, I guess. Alright, so we'll go to KRB and do a reload and then save, and that is going to reboot that one. So we will see what's up. You can see right there, like this is mining Beam also with the OpenCL. Apparently the miners that Beam provided, OpenCL and CUDA, are not very good as far as speed goes. You can see right here, these AMD GPUs, even though they're 580s, they're only getting about 8 souls. So it's just not, I wouldn't be mining it if it wasn't kind of profitable right now. And as far as, you know, whatever you want to think about it, but you know, I'm not trading it. I'm just buying and holding anyway, or mining and holding. But yeah, so that's the only reason I'm doing it, is I'm just throwing everything I got at it for some time until the difficulty goes up. So let's see if this is going to work. This one's just going to town back there. It's already good to go. I think that the first time, well, I haven't ran XMR stack on this rig before, so it's probably doing the initial download, and I want to say it has to do some type of compression thing with, I don't know if it's the GPUs that it messes with, something to do with the AMD cache, because remember, if you're running this on Windows, you have to like crank up your page file, right, your virtual memory. So it does something in Linux, simple mining, and it actually does the same thing in HiveOS too, where it takes a long time to start, for the miner to actually start up. Although this one didn't take that long, but this is XMRig, this is XMR stack. I think it's XMR stack that takes a long time. So we'll see. Hopefully it didn't freeze up or anything. Oh, there we go. All right, well, it just did. No, that's the other rig. Never mind. Good grief. Let's go back to the right rig. Yeah, see, it says right there, or wait if the miner is just starting. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We got a couple minutes. Anything else going on in the crypto community but besides the market getting crushed today? I don't know anything else to do. While, I mean, we could look at the market, I guess, while we're waiting. Yikes! Maybe we didn't want to look at it. No, I'm demented, man. I would love for this to go to 1,000. I really would. I know that's sick, but it's just the way I feel about it. And not because I think it's going to stay there, because I want to buy it cheap, right? Not financial advice, though. But yeah. I'm sick. I'm sick. ETH took a big hit today, too. There was one of these that had it really low. It was like, this is 38. Yeah, see this CoinGecko has it super low. 3603. Yeah, I think, man, I don't remember it taking that long. I think this might be hung up. Yeah, it is. Okay, so let me actually I'm gonna go and power it off and power it back on. Let's give that a shot. let's give that a shot. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. Well, I mean, we are successfully mining it, and we were kind of throwing this on top of there. And we might could have got through it if I wouldn't have talked so much at the beginning. So let me get this rig back on beam over here. I mean, 10K is not bad for Cryptonite. That's actually pretty good. But it's just not good for that coin because it's being mined by ASICs. So, I mean, regular Cryptonite is on ASIC. Let's see what's going on over here. Is Brandon live? Yeah, that rig's not booting, I don't think. I don't hear the faint. Oh, there it comes. Okay. Here we go. Maybe it'll get through it this time. Or, I mean, I could have turned it off while it was in the middle of this too. So, again, you know, it seems to take a long time to boot whenever you're mining something with either XM stack or XM rig. I would like to just leave it and see, but I don't know. Yeah, you can see down here, these are my temperatures for the CPUs. So this one is RAM though. Core 0. That's CPU usage, and these are the temperatures. I want to say that last night, whenever it crashed, they were hitting like in the 80s or high 70s and low 80s. This just doesn't seem. If I hooked a monitor up to this, actually, you know what? Let's use MOBA Xterm, and we can get to the see 103. Let's see if that's what it is. Probably not the IP anymore. It's 101. Oh, there's 3 of y'all sticking it out with me, seeing if I can get this to work. Was it screen? Miner. Oh, that's my damn keyboard. Am I typing that right? I don't remember the command. I think that's right. So it must not be. So the miner is not running on it. I'd have to hook a monitor up to it. I don't have a monitor on it. I have to hook a monitor up to it to see what's up. Okay. Well, anyway, maybe what I will try to do in the future is be a little bit quicker in the beginning. And then that way we can actually, especially if it's a Cryptonite or something that we're going to mine on AMD, I could hit both HiveOS and simple mining. I think that would be kind of cool. That would be pretty useful, I think. So I'll speed up the first part and then crank out mining it on both. Obviously, it'll be kind of tough if we get hung up on something like this. Let's say, for example, we went with simple mining first, then we would kind of be hung up here. But we could. Once we run into a sticking point like that, we could probably hit HiveOS and see if we can get it working over there. So, and vice versa. So I think it'll be kind of cool to do it that way. Maybe we'll just start doing that regularly when it's something that I would mine on AMD. Or, I mean, I can always throw in another USB drive too that has simple mining on it, and switch one of the HiveOS rigs over to simple mining, depending on what we're mining. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. That might be a good idea. because I don't want to really make it geared. Before, whenever I first did this, you know, it was geared around specifically simple mining because that's all I used. And then I started using HiveOS. Now I got 2, so that's kind of cool. I think doing it on both might work out. All right. Anyway, I got to get out of here. Got some stuff to do. I'll try to watch Brandon while I'm driving. Not watch him while I'm driving, but you know, have him on while I'm driving. So I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Stay savage, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.